Hi everyone, so today I thought I would do a video about Service Dog One-on-One. So to start, I have the government page of the ADA and Service Dog approval kind of page. I don't know what I'm saying, but okay. So questions and answers about service dogs. So first question is, what is a service animal? Under the ADA, a service animal is defined as a dog that has been individually trained to do work or perform some task for an individual with a disability. The tasks performed by the dog must be directly related to the person's disability. So there are many different types of service animals. There are guide dogs, there are seeing eye dogs, there are mobility dogs, there are assistance dogs for like medications. There are multiple types of different dogs that you can have. There's psychiatric service dogs, PTSD alert service dogs, seizure alert service dogs, many different types of service dogs. So don't think that it's just limited to a psychiatric service dog and regular seeing eye, mobility impaired, anything. It's literally anything. There are multiple types of service dogs. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So the next question that usually I get asked, or it's on the ADA website, is, are emotional support, therapy, comfort, or companion animals considered service dogs under the ADA? No. These are the terms used to describe animals that provide comfort by just being with a person. Because they have not been trained to perform a specific task or job, they do not qualify as service animals under the ADA. However, some state local governments have laws that allow people to take emotional support animals into public places. So, backstory here. Before I got Peanut, it took a year to get Peanut. Like a year to get qualified by a doctor so I can get a service dog. It took a lot of research about what is a therapy dog, what is a comfort dog, what is a emotional support dog. There are multiple different types of animals that are the terms that are thrown around. So emotional support animals are animals that are just for your emotional support. They have no specific training. They are not government approved to go into certain places unless you have the state that says that you can bring them into public places, which is kind of weird because they aren't trained specifically to do a task, which means they aren't trained, which means that they are just like any other pet going into a store, which is like, let's just bring my cat into the store because it's an emotional support animal.
A few moments later.
So by no means I am making fun of emotional support animals, but for real, people, you gotta get your animal that is an emotional support animal are only supposed to go on public transportation places. It means an airplane, train, bus, subway, anything like that you can take them on. Congratulations, you can take them on that, but please do not bring them into public places because you're making us who are service dogs look pretty bad. Because if you are doing that, then people get confused, which is why people are already confused with the difference between an emotional support animal and a service animal and a therapy dog, and just stick to your title, please. Next. So, a therapy animal. A therapy animal is one who is trained to do specific tasks, or not task specific, oh my goodness, trained to help other people. So you see them in hospital settings, you see them in emergency clinics, you see them in settings that need therapy animals. So they're just animals that come to visit you to make you happy. They have the normal dog commands, trained, and that's it. And then they leave. They're not specifically trained to that person that they're visiting. They're just to visit, say hi, get your spirits up, and then that's it. That's all they do. That's a therapy dog. So as you can see, there are different titles for different animals, and you should follow those titles because it's very important, and you could get in trouble with the law if you don't, and nobody wants to get in trouble with the law. Fake service dogs. Now, you cannot register your dog on a website to be a service dog or an emotional support dog or a therapy dog. Like, it doesn't work like that. You have to go to a doctor, someone who is a professional, to see if you need a service dog, and they will say if you qualify under the ADA to get a service dog, they will write you a slip saying that you need a service dog, and that is how you get one. So please just don't go on those websites where like, certify your dog in 5 minutes, certify your dog to be an emotional support animal. No, you have to get letters of recommendations from doctors, therapists, psychiatrists, psychologists, counselors. You need all of that paperwork, like from a doctor, from someone who is professional, and then you don't get in trouble with the law that way. You don't just go off of the internet and get a service dog and no, it doesn't work like that. Another thing, please don't bring fake service dogs. Even if you didn't qualify them and you're just being a sneaky little rat to bring your dog into a pet, non-related pet area like Kohl's or maybe like Meyer or something. I don't really know. But if you're going to bring your pet into somewhere, you need to make sure that it's like Home Depot, some Pandora's let you bring your dogs in. You need to check with the website of the store, or if it's pet related like PetSmart, obviously your pets can go in there. If it's not like that and you're just bringing your pet in there, that can cause so many different problems because they're not trained. So please don't do that, because I have encountered dogs that are not trained that are just brought in because they're purse dogs or because they want their dog to be with them for whatever reason, and they end up biting someone, or they end up peeing on the floor, or they end up nipping or running loose. And yeah, no. Service dogs are specially trained, so that's why they are allowed to go in public places. So next common question, if someone's dog calms them when they're having an anxiety attack, does this qualify as a service animal? So this depends. The ADA makes a distinction between psychiatric service animals and emotional support animals. Check the ADA website, check your government website, check your state website. I mean, I don't know. Check there, because that is where you need to check. Don't check on the internet, don't check for me, don't check, like, go to your website. If the dog has been trained to sense an anxiety attack is about to happen, and would take specific action to help when the attack or lessen the impact, that would qualify as a service animal. However, if the dog's presence provides comfort, that would not be considered a service animal. If you just want your dog there because you want your dog there, then just no. Do you need to be professionally trained to have a service dog? No. People with disabilities have the right to train their dogs themselves and are not required to have a professional service dog training program. So this is something I get asked all the time, where do you take your dog to get them trained to be a service animal? You train them yourselves if you want to. Like, if you know that you have fainting spells and you need your dog to be trained toward that, and a trainer can't provide that to you, then you train them yourself. Peanut and I go through regular obedience training, and now we found someone who has the qualifications of dog shows and wants to work with service animals. We would be the first customer of her, but she does want to work with service animals, so that would be professionally trained, also with my training separately. Do service animals have to wear a vest or patch or special harness identifying them as service animals? No, I kind of hate this rule, but it does not require them to wear a vest or tag. It's nice for you to wear them, because then people, like store owners and other people, don't get confused if you're just like trying to sneak your dog. Like, there's, you kind of want an indication to not mess with your dog, because they are working. It's like having a working uniform. Like, you wouldn't want to, like, you wouldn't want someone to be like playing with your dog thinking it's not a service dog at a dog park when you really have a service dog and you need them to leave them alone. Like, it's important. Another question. So, you can have a service dog anywhere, like they're public access. Usually, you are allowed to bring them anywhere. If someone gives you trouble with bringing them in, you just show your, not certificate, that's not the right word, you show them your identification where this is a service dog, it needs to be with me. You don't really need to tell them any specific thing. I will link something below for the requirements of like what you can tell people and what you don't have to share with people, because I think that's super important. So can any service dog be any type of breed? Yes. Does not restrict any type of breeds that can be service animals. So you can have a Yorkie that's a service animal. If it's a anxiety attack alert service animal, you can have them. It's fine. Another cool thing with service animals, and I will include emotional support animals. You can have them live wherever, as even if it has a dog restriction, you most likely can bring them and talk with the owner of the apartment or the house or whatever you're renting or buying, and you should be able, under the law, to take them there. So you can definitely live somewhere like in an apartment or a college dorm like I plan to do in the future, and have Peanut with me, but we would just get a singled out room instead of having a roommate, because obviously that would be kind of rude. In my opinion, it would be kind of rude to have a service dog with someone who doesn't have a dog or isn't planning to go to college to have a roommate to have a dog. Like, you know, you get singled out rooms. You can ask your therapist about it. You can ask the landlord about it. Basically, they can come anywhere as long as you make special, like, arrangements for that. So, like, definitely talk with your doctor, your therapist, whoever you need to talk to and contact for that. Make sure you contact them. So I think that's all that we need to cover for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Leave any questions or comments below, and see you in the next video.